Hello, this video is about fricatives. Fricatives are a manner of articulation where the active articulator moves close to the passive articulator. And there is a very, very narrow passage there, very narrow gap. So the air is squeezed when it comes out. A similar thing happens if you take a bottle of Coke and you unscrew the cap very slowly. And the air will want to come out, but there is only a very, very narrow gap there. So what you hear is that hiss. And this is the same way in which we make sounds like s, f, sh. So we squeeze the air and that makes it turbulent and that creates noise. Fricatives are a type of sounds that we call continuants, and that is because the air is moving continuously out. Because there is a very narrow gap, the air is coming out. It's not stopped. So you can make fricatives very long, like s. Unlike stops, which are non-continuants, and they're very short, like t. So to make a fricative, you have to move the active articulator very close to the passive articulator so that they almost touch. And you can make this sound in many different places of articulation. If you think about English, we have f, v, s, sh. All of these sounds are made by creating very narrow constriction to create noise. An important thing to remember is that fricatives are not the same as affricates. The names are kind of similar and they sound a little bit similar, but they are different sounds. Fricatives are continuants and affricates are stops. And if you think about it, affricates are kind of like a sequence of a stop and a fricative. And this is why we write them with two symbols. So you know that for affricates, this is a type of stops where the air is stopped and then released very slowly. So there is first the stop, like in plosives, and then the very slow release, which makes it sound like a fricative. But they are different from fricatives. So fricative is a continuous sound like sh, and an affricate is a short sound like ch. And for the voiced versions, the fricative is the long sound zh, and the affricate is the short j.